Good evening, Charmanar. First indeed. And here I am about to play a game that's not Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's not Elden Ring. That's not so many other games that I am yet to complete on these streams. Instead, I really fancied a pinball game. I really fancy playing my favourite pinball game. And so tonight I'm emulating Psycho Pinball for the, the website says the Genesis, but actually it is for the Mega Drive. This is actually the Mega Drive version that we're playing this evening. And I know, starting another new game. What are you thinking? What am I even thinking? Man, we shall see how this goes. Sega. It is such a good game. I actually have this game on floppy disk as well, just on the shelf behind me. It's a version that I can't possibly play, but yes, yeah. Well, that's actually partly what inspired me, because the pinball game on Epic is sort of demonic pinball or something, and it's quite cool. You know, it's an evolving table, and I've been enjoying it. But it just made me want to play this game because it's just so good. No, we don't want a preview. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna go up to 4 players, just so we get as many goes at the tables as possible. And so if you do the multi-table, you can go into any of the other tables. It will transport you into the Abyss, Wild West, or Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat is probably my favourite. Actually, also the Abyss, they're all great. So we're going to play Psycho. I'm going to start the multi-table game and see where that takes us. And launch. Oh, straight out. Now, if the music is too annoying, I am more than happy to turn it down on the desktop. It's got that 16-bit soundtrack going on, which I know can drive people a bit nuts. Yeah, so I think these different tents on this table are different tables that you can, other tables that you can enter. Ah, yes. Not feeling good today. Got a sore chest. Oh, you haven't caught the. It's lovely that you were looking forward to me streaming, but you haven't caught the Rona, have you? Ah, straight out. Straight out the bottom. That sounds so bad. Okay. Launch. This is player 2 now. So on the Mega Drive controller, the left flipper is left on the D-pad. The right flipper is the C button. And to launch, you press down on the D-pad. So it's sort of the extreme left and right of the controller, and then you launch with down. And it works quite nicely on this controller today. It's a PC version. It's the B button is furthest right. The left on the D-pad is furthest left, and then down is also launch. So they've adapted it quite well in this emulator. And I seem to recall that there was a button on the Mega Drive version that would activate both flippers at the same time. So I might be misremembering that. It's more skillful, and also it's more accurate to be doing the flippers independently though on a pinball game. And the thing is, there are better pinball simulators out there. The Gottlieb collection is one of my favourites. Obviously, there's FX Pinball, although I think they do an awful lot of they take the mick with the costs of individual tables on the game. But then again, the game is free to download, and you do get a free table. So I don't know. I'd much rather, as with most DRL, I'd much rather actually own a game, have all the tables available. Yeah, it's not the most amazing simulation, but in many ways, it's not meant to be. It's got to be a... I love this because it's a computer game of pinball, and it's really embracing the impossible in that sense. Right, okay, so it's just a chest infection. That's good to hear. Oh, come off it! Oh... Will we ever leave this table? That's the question. Nice, you can move around which letters are activated there, and hopefully, with the flipper buttons, hopefully, there you go! Light all of the lights. Times 3, that's good. Middle mouse button. I don't think so. I mean, you can. I think maybe it would be the space bar if I was playing using the keyboard. But it doesn't matter. I don't want to do the double anyway. Both at once isn't it's not the way to play. You also have less control as well, actually, in that case. No! just batted it away. Okay, so we're back to player 1 now. And it's funny, you kind of, in my experience, of the 4 players, you sort of end up picking one that you like the most, and you do sort of end up playing a bit better for one of those players. Even though, it's just taking turns on the table. Yeah. You could become a... What do they say? You could become... Is it a vector for the virus? Although I'm pretty sure that's an inaccurate use of the term, the medical term vector, I think. Oh! You sure this is your favourite pinball game, Mark? Because, you don't seem to be doing very well, man. No, we're not here to judge. We're here to have fun. Patient 0 from a new strain, exactly, yeah, the zombie virus. Yeah, well, I think a vector describes it's a direction, isn't it? In mathematics. I'm pretty sure it's been used by folks to describe the idea of being a provider of a direction for a pathogen. Ah! Oh, you... Okay, here we go. Oh, that's right. You can shove the table, I think. Is it by pressing up or right or... But also as well, actually, nudging the table isn't great either. And... Oh, my mouse was in the way, it was bothering me. There we go. And launch. Come on, we can get off this table. Surely. We can do it. When we're being curate. Not a sponsor. Oh, oh. Come on, come on. Light up one that hasn't been lit. Yes, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, cool. Campbell's game. Hang on, a vector is a living organism that transmits an infectious agent from an infected animal to a human or other animal. Yeah. So in that sense, you're not a vector for the virus then. No. So you'd have to be a carrier. So a rat would be a vector in the case of some diseases that only bother humans but don't bother them, I guess. Off we go. Ah! Oh, so rubbish. Yeah, 16-bit earworm. Ooh, tornado. S-lit on Psycho, that's good. Into the ghost train. Ah, man. I just love pinball. But pinball sometimes doesn't love me. Ball 3, player 4. No, we're not quite there. Can't quite get into the Wild West yet. Ah. Oh. That's it. That's all the balls. Game over. Ah. Psycho! Okay, this time I'm just going to go straight to the haunted house. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I think just because it's very satisfying to get such high scores, isn't it? Auto Ghoul. Ah, no, don't. Oh, went straight down the middle. I hate it when the ball just goes straight down the middle. No chance of return. Well, unless obviously the frog is flashing. Elden Ring has minigame. You've broken me. Yeah, this is an Elden Ring minigame. Yeah. Good evening, Nolan. Pit of Doom! Ah. You very nearly killed me. Ah. Pit of Doom. I don't think I've got a cold or a cough. Although basically I've been out in the Morpeth cold today doing some filming, which was fun. So maybe I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat. Oh, come on! Oh, ball one locked in the tree. Can we get all three balls locked and get some three ball action, as it says on the box? Three ball action. Close, but no cigar. Three ballsome. Is that what they used to call a top tier meeting between the Führer and anyone else in the Third Reich? That is a video that we can look forward to seeing. Just about bread making and butter churning, really, and developments in the 17th century. Well, 17th century onwards, 18th century, sorry, onwards. Very 1940s humour there. Dragon Man. remind me? It does ring a bell. Ah. Maze. Ah. Using what? Oh, using ABC. Oh, that's not fair. Okay, well, I'll know next time. Seller surprise. Extra ball. I think that's what the Furor was known as at parties. Why am I doing Hitler jokes? Oh no, here comes extra ball. Ugh. There we go. Boom. Giant hominid skull. Hid it in a well. Wow. Previously unknown species. That's interesting. Why? I wonder why dragon? Ah! Rubbish. Could have been worse though, could have been worse. Okay, one ball locked. Ah! Oh no, not two bots in a row. Ugh. How gross. I can't even begin to explain how excited I would be if Limited Run or someone else did a release of this game in HD. It would just be, oh, heavenly. On the Switch, maybe. I would back that in a heartbeat. Oh. Oh no, multi-ball. Trying to keep the balls out of the... on the table. Okay, now we're down to one ball again. It's quite wide, yeah, at the bottom of the table. Let's pause it for a sec. In Harbin, as someone who lived in China and visited a few places in Harbin, you trust me. If you want to ask why a dragon, you'll get the same recycled myth as you've heard about something else in every other town in the region. They love dragons in Heilongjiang province. Why this pinball? Because I am a big fan of this particular pinball. As I hinted at just before, there is a floppy disk version of this game. Oh no, I'm mumbling away from the mic again. No, not one, but two floppy disk versions of this game. Because I'm just so darn cool. Hang on, let me just go back to the lobby there. This is the first one I came across. Psycho Pinball, PC Gamer. This is, yeah, disc 1, February 1995. Cool. Sounded like I was in a well. And February 95. Could this be the most exciting pinball sim yet? Find out for yourself with this playable table. Oh, okay. So maybe they were just giving away one table at a time. Psycho Pinball. Interestingly, this guy, the clown, appears in the opening of the Genesis version, not the Mega Drive version of the game. So this is probably the American release on disc, or a table from that release on disc, and this is the PAL version, or the European version. Two floppy disks that I can't play, but I've come across over the years, and yeah, for the most part, I only ever really knew this game as a Mega Drive release. Boom. Yep, floppy disk. Ancient stuff. It probably doesn't even work actually anymore due to magnetic degrading. Well, I don't know. Disk decay. Yeah. Still inventing stuff. That's cool. If you invent the floppy disk, you deserve to have your other ideas paid attention to. In many ways, the floppy disk is, I never really thought about it like this when I was a kid, but it's basically a portable hard drive, isn't it? It's a portable disk system. But floppy, you know. Oh. Interesting. Oh, the multi-ball. Ah! we're down to one ball now. Oh no, we're back to multi-ball again. Good evening, Meryl. Ah, okay. That took a lot of concentration. Banging chip tunes, yep. Ah! I thought that was going to be a ball lock. Oh well. Wow, your whore cards. Even if they weren't your whores. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. I mean, I suppose it is an interesting thing to be sending back to someone. Hair off rats. Oh no 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 no! See, I used to do that move all the time, sending it straight back into the pumpkin. I was thinking about it too much there. I overthought. I overthunk it. There we go, maze. Candy for a vixen. I suppose that's something that you can do. Ah! No 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 no! Ah! I hate it when you just nudge the ball and it goes down the middle. 4 million, 1 million, 3 million. So player 1 was the best there. So, yeah. English menu, so everything is boiled. Tee hee ha 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 ho ho ho. There's a reason the French used to know the Brits, or the English, as little roast beef. Because actually, our barbecue game, more or less, or our roasting game, was pretty good. On this island before the modern era. And obviously the boiling just came along with the war. Second World War, where everyone sort of forgot how to cook. Ah! Mr. Soup. Touche. To be fair, you don't boil soup. At least you shouldn't. Now this table has not so much multi-layers. I also like that the volcano shakes the table, but it has multiple tiers to it, and the music's very clearly a little bit Little Mermaid, isn't it? Inspired. Oh come on, Flume! Get the treasure chest. Yes, we got it. 7 million straight off the bat. Excellent. Ah. No. Oh, wow. The armadillo drowns. On the art folder that I used to have, I used to use for my portfolio in A-level art and GCSE art, actually, in high school. I have an advert for this game that has a guy holding an armadillo. Like, he's this guy with tattoos and nose and earrings. It has a pet armadillo. It's an interesting little advert. Bunch of weak nerds. Yeah, between us, someone is always sick. It's true. I think everyone's just a bit worn down. You know, 2 years of stress and now yeah, now you know, talk of a potential nuclear conflict has been around. I don't think we're going to go there. But yeah, lack of being around others for a long period of time too. Actually, that was something that was lovely today, filming in Morpeth, was that I got to film with someone called Louisa Gidney, and she was a tutor. Well, she still is a tutor, I think, at my old university. And she was the first person who ever marked one of my essays, or, you know, the group's essays. And she was brutal, absolutely, utterly brutal. And don't say the N-word. Oh, nerds. Yeah, she was brutal, but only because she wanted us all to get good, as it were. You know, she was like the Dark Souls of essay writing, and she's really cool. She runs a company called Rent a Peasant in her spare time. She has a farm. She's an archaeologist who raises her own cattle and uses that almost ongoing experiments to learn about bone assemblages and what they mean when we find them in, for example, prehistoric contexts. And now that, you know, the moment I wasn't her student, actually, we had a really good, just, you know, professional friendship. And it's been a couple of years since we've seen her, because of the pandemic. And so actually, just as we were packing up today, she was saying it was just so good to see us, you know, it was so good to see people. Nuclear. It's in The Simpsons, isn't it, Homer? Nuclear. Now, if you get really fortunate, you can get like a good back and forth going on both the flippers here. So that's one, and then can we get... No. Oh, that's good. That's good. Tomorrow, while you're sleeping off the infection, hopefully, I am going to be recording a series of interviews with people in and around the Ukraine situation. An archaeologist living and working in Poland, who their experience at the moment is worlds apart from ours here. You know, they have people sleeping in parks, in tents, you know, because the influx of people has been so many. And then I think we have a couple of archaeologists who are Ukrainian and either have recently been in or are currently planning to go back to Ukraine as archaeologists who live and work in the UK. So, yeah. I think those people speak a little bit of truth. Hopefully in watching Brief this week. Ah! Yeah, some nice chicken soup. Warms the soul. But also, in all seriousness, actually, this week was some much needed paid work. It's been several weeks where I've either been too ill to do some paid work, or paid work hasn't been forthcoming. And very lovelily, they were letting us, both me and Louisa, invoice them today in order to clear their budgets. So it was really good of them. Nice bit of work. Ooh. Get the treasure chest. No. Ah, so close. 9 seconds. Ah. No, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Yeah. Who do you think you are? Follow-up question. How dare you? Do you think your campaign works? I'm a hacker, yeah. Spy? Where'd that come from? I didn't think my life as a spy could ever be... oh, sorry, of course, because Meryl's a spy, yes, and actually, yeah. I don't know if Nolan is a spy. I think Nolan's just... he's like a planting genius who can hack the system. It's like an Ocean's 11 team that we've got going on here of slightly poorly nerds. Do I think my do I think the call to action worked? I think both Andy and I are... Put it this way, if this wasn't a sector that we're involved in, and we saw another sector, let's say, I don't know, architects, put a senior institution in that sector putting out a statement following a day of grassroots tweets building up, retweets as well from some fairly well-known individuals in that sector, and we saw a body, maybe even a chartered institute, for example, texting in response directly to people who are retweeting that hashtag. And then a couple of days later, in a very roundabout way, putting out their plans that apparently they've been quote-unquote working on for a while. If this was another sector, we'd be like, yeah, that was totally a response to the call to action. That was, you know, the initiative. You know, I'm not calling it a campaign because it's not a campaign. It was just it was an opportunity. What we were trying to do was just let people who we could see were bothered have a way of focusing their concern. And so I think it did. I think it did work. I mean, it definitely pissed some people off. The Federation for Archaeological Management and Employers have blocked Andy and the Watching Brief. Very professional of them as the voice of commercial archaeology. Neil Redfern, head of CIFA, was very pointed about, we're not going to answer any of your questions, but, I think it's a group of people who aren't accustomed to actually having, despite their status, actually accustomed to having to do anything to justify their role, so, and not least by people who they can't indirectly control. I mean, so for example, in the summer, what we saw with in and around the so-called campaign to save British archaeology was people who know people threatening people to back off. So basically, they could call someone's boss, and just say, I don't think, maybe you should take a look at this particular campaign, and maybe you should consider whether or not you want to actually support it, But they couldn't do that in this case because it wasn't centralised. There wasn't any branding on it. It wasn't actually ArchaeoSoup or Watching Brief or The Pipeline, and people could freely retweet it and take it on as their own. So I think that's the way forward. And also as well, I work for myself. Andy works for himself. We work for each other in that sense. But there's no one that they could get to lean on us either. So, yeah. I was just very annoyed at the beginning of last week. This week I'm less annoyed. But not least because, as you say, it's quite childish, but that's the best part, being formally blocked by a body that represents the biggest archaeological units in this country. It's ridiculous. C'est ridicule. But of course, we need to take the profession seriously. Have a chartered institute and all that kind of thing. But we can't expect those serious people to comment on anything in a timely fashion. Or, for example, months ago we pointed out that the Cross-Party Commission for Archaeology in Parliament had come back, I think linked with the heritage. I would have to look back into it again. But basically, there'd been a report commissioned by government, basically as to what we should do for history and heritage in this country, and it was a wish list of archaeological protection. It was a wish list of basically getting budgets, having projects adequately monitored and funded and archived, and not one comment came back from the big three, So that's the thing that bothers me, is that apparently we're meant to take them seriously, but they don't have anyone keeping an eye on even stuff that directly affects them. It's just nuts. We're two blokes who have an internet connection and a YouTube channel, and we keep a better eye on this shit than they do. It just... Sorry, I'm swearing, but... if you get really mad, do you curse in Welsh? I don't, actually, because... because I moved... I sort of moved away from Wales just as I was going into uni. And so really in high school, I didn't really learn any much in the way of Welsh swear words. I now know more Welsh swear words, but as a kid, I didn't. To be honest, English is very good for swearing. It's very, very good. I'll buy him a pint. Yeah, exactly. So we've had lots of private messages saying, well played, good work, keep it up, this kind of thing. For my part, though, I'm reluctant to take on I don't want, so it's been suggested that there should be a list being made of cultural resources and people who might be willing to help as and when this particular conflict is over and people in Ukraine are looking to rebuild or to archive or to understand damage or frankly the contemporary archaeology that's come out of the war zone. And some people are saying, oh, we'll help you put that list together, Mr. Soup. But I'm not sure I want to have... Well, first of all, I don't want to have to... I wish that didn't have to happen. I wish, as I say, someone like SIFA would do something. But also as well, I don't want to be the face or the voice or the focus of these sorts of efforts. I just was fed up, last week, of seeing nothing from people who ask us to take them seriously with one breath, and in the other breath to say, oh, but we're just archaeology, and archaeology is just a nice thing to do. Archaeology is well, belly controls, up not used. Run left, run right. I completely forgot about... Instant fail. Instant fail. Ugh. But yes, it got me thinking a lot about, especially when certain people came out of the woodwork and started hurling abuse in my direction, or even conducting a moderately successful smear campaign with people going, is this true? It's like, no, what they're saying is not true. It got me thinking about the ethical concerns with how the profession is run in this country, and obviously I've always been thinking about that, but it's not pleasant, and I think it's been a while since people have actually covered themselves in much of the way of glory on some of these very important issues. What was that? Yeah, what was that? It was a side-scrolling level in the pinball game. Okay, launch ball. Pew! Now this is, I think, quite a fast table, I seem to recall. Oh yeah. But also the simple things, like for example, CBA have refused to tweet about this stuff, but they're putting out an article in BritArc magazine, which is coming out at the beginning of April, so in a couple of days' time. Now that's their summer issue. It's for July, I think, and August. Was it May and June? I don't know. But its copy day was mid-March. Will Smith. No. Copy date was mid-March, so either they've had to stop press and put out more recent statements, which I think they probably have done by the sound of it. But not only did Mr. Redfern, the head of the Council of British Archaeology, say, oh, well, it's coming out, you have to wait and see what we have to say in that magazine. I can't actually, ironically, because I'm an archaeologist, I can't afford a magazine subscription, Mr. Redfern, anyway, or Dr. Redfern. That's sort of by the by. But also as well, he neglected to mention that they're actually getting the Ukrainian cultural minister to write a part of that article, a part of that statement. That's great. But he didn't tell us that. Instead, the publisher of the magazine has confirmed with us that is happening. And something which both, for example, Andy and I would love to see would be the paywall being dropped on the digital version of those statements, so that people, God forbid, in Ukraine can actually read it. And it's not just, obviously before this there was Afghanistan, before that there was Syria, before that there was, there's been so many instances where we could have been doing better as a community. And I've been watching this for years now, and it just so happens that in this instance, not least because of the Homes for Ukraine scheme, the visa scheme, there was a direct way of taking some sort of action. That's the reason why we got involved in this one. It's not because it's Europe. Back when Afghanistan was being evacuated, I was tweeting about that as well, and again about the cultural concerns and the heritage stuff, as well as, because people are more than just their bodies. People are also their histories, And if you're an archaeologist, I think you're allowed to pay attention to that stuff. The thing I've noticed on social media is nobody actually gives about the slap. Yeah, the traditional media didn't shut about it. Yeah. Just the drama. But I'm not, sounds like Meryl's like, oh, no. I imagine you guys have just had nothing but the slap on TV in the US. Yeah, I think in the after stream on Discord, if I remember, I'll take a photo of the Psycho Pinball advert on that art folder and share it. It's a strange little advert, but it all revolves around the guy on the wanted poster here. Is it an aardvark? I think it's an aardvark, who is the no. Is it an aardvark? Is it an anteater? That's the same thing. The little guys that can roll up into balls. Anyway, I said the name of the creature earlier. Maybe it was an aardvark. Armadillo. That's the one. That's what I meant. That's what I said earlier. Yeah, the armadillo. All over the web, yeah. Oh. You read the papers. Wow. I think there's an element of that. I think there's an element of lots of people not wanting to, for example, if we're talking about the CBA stuff again, there's an element of that. But the thing is, when Afghanistan was happening, we were being told, oh, we shouldn't talk about heritage because people's lives matter. And then those very self-same people, when it came to Ukraine, the very same people were saying, oh, well, now you want to talk about it just because, about people's lives because they're Europeans. The underpinning being accusations of, let's say, Eurocentrism, to be polite. So I think it's cowardice in that sense. You read them online. Okay, fair enough. You're not in the 19th century. In that sense, good old journalism then. Good old journalism. Yeah, print media isn't doing too well here either, actually. Ah. But apparently, though, Council for British Archaeology sees fit to publish in print media when it comes to statements. Not statements, sorry, reflections on things like the war in Ukraine. Yeah, I am just generally annoyed, aren't I? Ah! Clay tablets are coming back. Ooh. Are they coming back into stylus? Thank you very much, thank you. No, no, oh, rats. At least they'll help young people cuneiform an opinion on the events of the day. Oh god. What am I saying? What am I doing? Oh, the puns. Tablet related puns. Yeah, too far. Yeah. Too far. Too far. You've been cancelled. Unsubscribe. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No. Oh, you scum. So annoying. Ball 3, player 4. I quite like the sort of the casino table theme as part of this table, and then you've got the rapids ride, you've got the jail where you can break out of jail with the TNT, rodeo. Tablet-related puns. Yeah. Ooh. 4-Up. 4-Up sounds like a really off-brand canned drink. Okay. Let's go back to the Psycho table. I want to try and get to one of the other tables from the multi-table.
Unmistakable.
Wow. Maybe what they meant was that she just sounded so wise for her age. But clearly she must have been old. She had an old soul. I'm guessing that's not what they meant. Unimpressed, not working. Oh! It should be. Oh no! It's not. It's not a command. It's an emoji on the Discord chat. Ah. Oh no! I could swap the balloons around. Ah, just by flipping the flippers, it goes one side to the other. I could have got an extra ball. Oh well. Flicking the place to throw to the face to float across the screen. that would be something just for the. It'd have to have like actively glowing eyes, wouldn't it? As I say, it's more likely. Just floating across the screen. Wow. Oh. Oh, we let up 2 fish. That's good. That was with the splash. Hey! So now we have an opportunity to get into the abyss. Ah! So annoying. Okay, well, I guess we'll come back to that opportunity on the next round. Oh, I do love the sounds in this game. But yeah, so just to be clear as well, this song is used to torture people by the US military. I mean, it's a fairly repetitive tune. Come on. Okay, just one more time. Just one more. Oh, so annoying. Hence the torture, especially during parades. Yeah. Will this never end? I'll tell you anything. Anything! Right, woo. Don't. Ah. Oh. got a, a Manfrotto tripod for £4.50 at the St Oswald's Hospice. That's incredible. Not that I need another tripod, but yes, my best tripod is a Manfrotto, which I got from Cash Converters in Wallsend. So clearly, Wallsend High Street is the place to go. Okay, the abyss is open. Let's try and get there. Come on. So close. Nope. Ah. No! Ah! Manfrotto Baggins. A wizard. A wizard is never without his tripod. I don't know what accent that was. Frodo Baggins. Frodo Baggins. A wizard is never unable to mount a camera. Frodo Baggins. Manfrotto Baggins. He tripods precisely when he means to. That sounds really bad, actually, doesn't it? Yeah. Watch out, I'm about to tripod. I am not some conjurer of cheap tricks. Oh dear. It's been a long day. Tripods were gifted to the race of the elves. Indeed. Getting trousers was very difficult for the tripods. Having 3 legs and all. Yeah, my Manfrotto was actually a tripod that was being used by the North Tyneside sort of council commercial archaeology units until they were disbanded in 2011, I think. Maybe even 2011, 2012, due to budget cuts, and this tripod ended up in Cash Converters somehow. It's got NTC on the side, North Tyneside Council, and the articulated head alone is actually a separate part from the leg, from the tripod itself. That, last time I checked, was about £120. You know, so yeah. Just can't get motivated. That's a giant skull, exactly. You've also got that wonderful treasure trove of data coming in, haven't you, from about the Swan Hunter shipyard? Maybe when that arrives, you'll have something that might inspire you. I've got a couple of, well, I've got a few ideas on the boil at the moment. I just need to make one of them happen. And I think if I have time this week, this isn't actually a week for doing 2 Arcade Soup videos, but I think this week I might. I really want to do that post-history check. Ah! Yeah, you should totally email him. I would. And there's bound to be something in there that'll get the juices flowing. Because obviously you can visit, you know, the pertinent place. You can go down to the Swan Hunter shipyard. Ride again. Ride like the wind. Oh no, no! Well, I have to say, guys, I'm impressed that this game hasn't driven you guys insane with its repetitive music. Okay, cut confusion. C. Ah, B. Okay. It was that last flip that got me. Having our own chat. Not watching the game. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, I suppose. Okay, 1 player, 4.7, 4.0, 11 for player 3, 5.4. This is your Discord. Well, the music for this game is certainly Discord enough, I think. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. I think I might have to call it a night there, guys. It's just gone midnight. I am very much ready for bed. It's been a long day. And I think what I'll probably do is... Yeah, it's Wednesday night, so... Well, it's Wednesday now, sorry. It's Wednesday tomorrow. So I'll probably may well stream tomorrow night. Definitely stream on Thursday. All things being equal. Please, just for once, let us get through a week without someone being ill or something else happening this week. Yeah, well, actually, the loading screen is a SpongeBob. I can see why that would be the case. If we go to the scores, hang on. No, 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 no. 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 Oh. Can we reset this thing? Oh no. 121 games. Oh, sorry, that's not just me playing those games. Okay. It's not going to let me reset it, is it? It's not going to let me reset it. But yes, I see what you mean with regards to SpongeBob, definitely. Sigh. Ah, discordant discourse. Nice. You're watching my sick bed. Yes, definitely feel better, Charmin Art. And don't forget to email about that information about Swan Hunter. And yeah, so I'll see you probably tomorrow night. I'm thinking either returning to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, or maybe even returning to Control for a bit, having a bit of a mooch around and looking at the press the wrong button there, and looking at the some of the lore in that building, because that game definitely deserves a bit more attention, doesn't it? Well, we shall see. We shall see. Good night, guys. It's been fun, and I'll see you soon. What's going on there? Oh. All right, bye, guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, right. The stream's really delayed for me here. Right, okay, bye. Good night. Take care. Sleep well. Get better. See you later. Cheers. Bye.